One day there was a poor man selling candy on the street so he could make a little money to live. He practiced his profession daily on the street and sold to pedestrian car owners. One day it was very hot and the man didn't sell all the candy and felt tired because of the hard day and decided to return to his family. Meanwhile, a man stopped in his modern car and his rich view of the candy man because he saw him walking in the middle of the street in hot weather. The wealthy man with the luxury car decided to take the candy man home. When the conversation took place between them, the rich man learned of the candy man's poverty and saw him tormenting in the street until he sold a little candy. So the rich man sympathized with the candy man and offered to open him a candy shop in exchange for becoming his profit partner. Upon hearing this, the candy man immediately agreed. After a while working in the candy shop, the candy man got plenty of money and decided to go to the rich man to give him half the money. But when he got to the rich man, he didn't take the money and he said, "Take this month just for you." The candy man was surprised by his generosity and returned to his daily life selling candy in his shop. A month later, the candy man returned to the rich man and gave him half the gain. Surprisingly, the rich man didn't take the amount and told him to take the money for you for a year. The candy man was surprised by this man's generosity and returned home very surprised and happy and played with his children and wife after receiving this good. Then days, months, and years pass, and the rich man did not take this money. On the other hand, the candy man's business flourished and he opened a second vegetable shop, all thanks to the rich man. One day, the candy man was sitting with his family and children. The wife asked her husband about the rich man because they had not been in contact for a long time. The candy man decided to call the rich man so he could know his news. When he called him, the rich man had forgotten the candy man, and when they talked, the rich man remembered the candy man and what he had done to him. There was a beautiful conversation between them and communication about longing and knowledge of news and developments. Meanwhile, the candy man asked the wealthy man if he needed the money. The wealthy man said he fell ill, his finances deteriorated, he did not have enough money to live and caused him to move to a poor second city. The candy man was sad to hear that. He decided to go the next day to his friend to help him and give him back. A story of kindness and generosity. Meanwhile, the man gave the candy to his friend the money. When the candy man arrived at his friend, the man rejoiced and met in the hugs. His friend rejoiced and teared his eyes because of the beauty of the great friendship. He thanked him for asking about him and his coming. The candy man said to him, "This is all your generosity and goodness. I never forgot when I stood in the middle of the street in hot weather and got home and offered me this life-saving project. That's very little for you, that's your money, and that's what you deserve." The rich man wept for this moving talk and hugged each other. Then the candy man left. When the candy man left, the rich man counted the money and was surprised by the sheer amount. He decided to call the candy man and told him, "Why you gave me so much money?" The candy man said, "This is your amount and you're right from the beginning of the opening of the project to this day." The man said, "I did not need this large amount." The man cried by hearing this and thanked the candy man for this beautiful situation. In the end, keep working together, everyone takes half the gain. They lived a beautiful and dignified life after this continuous giving. The wisdom of this story: make sure everything you do is up to you one day. Everything you offer must be credited to the beauty of your noble and unforgettable attitude. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like the story. Help us develop the channel by clicking on like, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.